get dressed, go to work, come home to your family, you pray or you don't pray, and then you go to bed. This is your life. This is my life. I get up, I get dressed, I put on my hijab, say my fajr, get on the bus to go to work, go home to my family, and then I go to bed. My life isn't any different from yours. We raise our children, pay our taxes, laugh, cry. I don't see what makes me different from you or your life. My hijab is your yarmulke. My fajr is your Hail Mary. I come to work and I work. The same job I've had for many years, and I greet customers and I help them, and when they're leaving, I tell them to have a great day. I do not try to get them to fast or try to convert their children or tell them that their life is any less meaningful than mine. In a sense, their God is like my Allah. I come to work and I work. It's a simple task that I have, smiling, helping, and greeting customers. But you come to me and you tell me that the company is becoming more modernized. You tell me that the company wants to appeal to this new generation of teenagers. You tell me this and try to convince yourself that this is for the best of the company. And then you tell me that my image isn't what the company sees fit anymore. An image? You think my hijab is a fashion statement? This is my religion. And I want to take your scarf, all so fashionable and oh so American, and strangle you with it, push you to the ground and shout at you, Kus Amok! But I frown. Then I smile, and I leave, taking my morals and my image with me. And that night, before I go to bed, I say my Isha, evening prayer, and then I go to sleep. The company wants to portray this all-American image. Well, I'm almost positive I'm just as American as the next person.
She, him, his, her, there. Growing up, my mom was always on my case about grammar, about always using the correct form of there, there. Always trying to make my statements clear and complete. So I passed my grammar classes and I learned my lessons. She, him, his, her, there. Personal pronouns, all attributes of someone's identity, all important. When I got into middle school, I started questioning things, started questioning how I felt when people would call me she while talking to me. It didn't feel right. It felt wrong. It sounded wrong. Like bad grammar. Like someone calling you the wrong name or calling you by your friend's name. I felt trapped. Like I was living a life through pictures that weren't of myself. So, in high school, something shifted. I decided that I would let go of my pink tops. I'd trash my glitter nail polish. I'd peel the kitten stickers off my wall. Instead, I wore cargo shorts. I cut my hair. I started working out. I knew that she wasn't what was inside of me, and he was dying to come out. And then, things were great. I was the big man on campus. I was the star soccer player. I was the dude that all the girls trailed by in the hallways. That was me, 100% man. But when it came to prom, No. When it came to rules, I was back to being 100% female. All high school is ever going to be is just this huge popularity contest. It's all about who's the best looking and who tells the funniest jokes in class. And prom's no exception. It's all a parade, really. Just one big display of the social ladder in Mona Shores High School. And, being the big man on campus, I decided running for prom king would be cool. So I wore a tux for my band uniform, and I would wear the male cap and gown at graduation. And I won prom king. I won. Oakley Reed, former girl, run prom, won prom king at Mona Shores High School. And in that moment, all the doubt that I had about myself was gone. I was whole. I was understood. And then, something shifted again. I got a call to go to the principal's office. And they told me that they had to invalidate the votes because of rules. Because I was enrolled at Mona Shores as a female. And then, it all came flooding back.
Look, it's all about the black and white of the matter. You see, we run a school. We're here. It's all about the black and the white of the matter. There's nothing really left to it. I mean, what we do here is that there was a child here who came to this school. He wanted to be a guy, but there were certain things that we had to uphold as a school. I mean, everyone wanted a voice. Everyone wanted their own voice. They thought we were taking their voice away from them, but how are we, as a school, supposed to represent every single voice? How are we supposed to make every student feel equal? I'm basically a president of a nation of angst-ridden teens. It's hard, but it's really hard, but I would never try to limit anyone's individuality. Excuse me, he can dress however he wants. He's allowed to be the individual he wants to be in the hallways, but I can't bypass a system that's been set for over 30 years. Mona Shores High School has had prom since the late 70s. And ever since its start, there has been a male prom king and a female prom queen. It's just that simple. Actually, it's not that simple. Running a school isn't very simple. There's always going to be someone who's offended or hurt, but what are we supposed to do? How are we supposed to keep it like that? No one wanted to offend him. There were no intentions of that.
In the technical sense, they're right. I lost. But this isn't some petty argument about votes or losing my social standing. No. This is an argument about my identity, about holding your ground and about taking a stand. So I hope that the administration understands that I'm not fighting for a vote. I'm fighting for my identity. And in a few days, when they crown another prom king, I hope they can also understand that. They can also understand. It's never meant to be like this.
That other waitress does not know how I like my coffee.
Well, I guess you'll just have to switch around your schedule then, so you can get that coffee. Huh?
Vote for mayor. Vote for mayor. Here you go, sweetheart.
I want it, but I don't have any identification. You know that SB 14 law ain't allowing no blacks in the
Where's the law that says you can't get yourself an ID?
Because this bus don't go 250 miles in a round trip. That's how far I'd have to go in order to get the papers I need. There's nowhere in town to get any out here.
Haven't got a license?
Doesn't make sense to get a license if you can't afford to buy a car. So, I guess I'll just be missing an election.
So you've never been able to vote, have you?
Never had the opportunity, you know? And I keep thinking, something will give. But, guess this just ain't gonna be my year.
Well, wait a second. I think I remember reading in last week's newspaper that there are some judges in the district court, you know, around DC. I think they're going to vote on this thing pretty soon.
Huh. Bunch of white folks vote about me voting. Ain't that something?
Yeah. But you know, laws like this have been rejected before. Maybe this one won't get rejected too.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, there's more of us than there are of them, right?
Yeah. I think they got some sense about writing stuff up there in the courts. But you know, when it really comes down to it, you shouldn't depend on someone who has the right to decide if, you know, you've got the right. I mean, you don't have a say in what shift you're working, but you should have a say in at least something like an election. Maybe you'll get your chance and won't even take us bus to do it.
Yeah. Bunch of white folks vote without me voting. Ain't that something?
You see me on the street.
In the hallways.
On your way to work.
In my office.
But you wouldn't know my story. You think my hijab is a fashion statement?
Bunch of white folks vote without me voting.
I'm not fighting for a vote. I'm fighting for my identity.
I'm an American.
I should be able to vote.
To praise my God.
To be who I am.
To be simple, to question,
We should be able to express our point of view.
Our faith.
Our identity.
We
should be able to be
Kings.
Faithful servants.
activists.
authority figures, inquirers. We are Americans.
We are an identity.